attention, y'all. They have to let us know first before they can do anything to us. That's heavenly rules, right? That's how God laid it out for these little demon mother. They can't with us without letting us know that they're about to with us.
Is this a Fatal Attraction reboot or a scene cut from Snapped? Because the internet isn't whispering, it's screaming. Word is Malcolm-Jamal Warner didn't just pass away, he was cornered, trapped like a pawn in a dark game of revenge, obsession, and dirty secrets. And the one catching heat from every corner of the web? Cheeky. She showed up at the funeral draped in sorrow, like she was auditioning for a tragedy. But insiders claim those tears weren't for Malcolm. They were, oops, I got caught tears. Witnesses say she collapsed over the coffin, crying, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to scare him. Unless that grief was hiding a mountain of guilt, something's off. Rumor is, Malcolm was about to expose someone powerful, and then, just like that, he was gone. Now, buckle up, because the woman at the center of it all is not who you think.
No criminal charges.
There is a systematic effort to destroy every black male entertainer's image. Nobody leaves this business.
Let's get messy, because what you're about to hear is wild. The internet is shaking like it just saw a ghost. A leaked video has surfaced, and it shreds the official story. For weeks, they sold us that neat PR tale. A tragic slip by the water, nothing to see. But this clip, it says otherwise. Allegedly filmed by someone on the scene, it shows a brawl, ugly, raw, ending with someone being dragged toward the water. This wasn't clumsy. It was chaos, screaming. A full-blown Chi-Chi showdown. And that footage, it was buried until now. Rewind to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, calm and collected, sitting with a few people for what insiders say was meant to be a peace talk between two feuding women. A love triangle, but it went from quiet to dangerous in seconds. Voices rose, accusations hit harder than fists. Then, chairs flipped.
Heartbreaking new details in the accidental drowning death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
In the morning, Mr. Warner had surf lessons with his family.
Phones were out, recording every second. One of the women, the same one Malcolm-Jamal Warner had just unfollowed like yesterday's news, snapped. She lunged at the other woman, screaming, shoving, snatching wigs like it was pay-per-view. Malcolm tried to play peacemaker, stepping between them, yelling, "Stop! Stop this!" But rage spreads fast, faster than Wi-Fi in a group chat. Then came the jaw-drop moment. Malcolm gets shoved, not once, but twice, by someone just out of frame. The person filming whispers, "Oh no, he going toward the water." No one helps. Seconds later, Malcolm stumbles, not slipping, but being pushed toward the edge. The footage cuts after a chilling voice says, "It's done now. Let it be done." That's not grief talking. That's someone who knew exactly what just happened. This wasn't an accident. This was planned chaos.
I spoke with one of the lifeguards in Costa Rica. He reveals Malcolm's 8-year-old daughter was also rescued from the water.
This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment meltdown. It was planned, and the people involved, gone, vanished like roaches when the lights come on. Here's the breakdown. They claimed only 3 people were there in Malcolm-Jamal Warner's final moments. Lie. The leaked video shows at least 6, standing, yelling, filming, doing everything but helping. One even smiled afterward. Names aren't public yet, but faces, they're coming. Sources say the drama had been brewing for weeks. One woman felt betrayed after Malcolm made peace with another. Then came the texts, the threats, and the night before his accident, Malcolm was spotted pacing, phone in hand, saying, "I can't do this no more. I don't trust her." His gut screamed danger. Still, he showed up. His final posts, chilling. Sometimes the enemy is disguised as the one who holds your hand. Another, a silent video of waves crashing. He knew.
Gentleman, I believe from Nicaragua, that was there with a practice surfboard and was able to get the daughter out. He put her on the surfboard and was able to kind of push her close enough to shore. She was okay. They found Mr. Warner pretty quickly. They could see a shadow on the bottom of the seafloor, pulled him up and put him on top of the surfboard and gave the 5 respirations. That was not successful.
In the leaked clip, right before all hell breaks loose, someone's gripping a glass bottle like it's about to be used. We can't say if it was, but seconds after Malcolm-Jamal Warner's fall, after the scream, after the splash, that bottle gets hurled into the bushes and its owner bolts. Why hide it? Unless it was evidence. And the authorities crawling. No foul play suspected. Please, we've got eyes. We've got ears. This was no stumble. It was a setup gone wild. Then comes the twist. The video was sent anonymously to Malcolm's cousin with a note. He didn't deserve that. The cousin fired back publicly. We won't let this go. The truth will come out. The clip ends in pure chaos. People running, a woman sobbing, "I didn't mean to." Another shouting, "We gotta go before someone sees." Too late, we saw. And that was just the appetizer. Because the next leak, Malcolm, face to face with someone off camera. Voice sharp, hands flying, furious.
There were 2 other doctors that were there. They worked on Mr. Warner for at least 30 minutes, and then he was unfortunately pronounced dead.
And the other man who was in critical condition, how is he doing?
My understanding is that he's recovered.
And then, boom, from the left, a woman storms into frame. Viewers swear it's the same woman Malcolm-Jamal Warner was secretly tied to. She walks straight at him, all fire and fury. The audio's fuzzy, but you hear it. "Lio, you promised. I'm done." Then smack, a slap so loud it echoes. Malcolm tries to walk away, maybe to cool things down, but someone grabs his shirt. Another man shouts, "Let him go, bro." They don't. Instead, Malcolm is shoved hard toward the water. Not gentle, not clumsy, aggressive. This isn't a tragic accident. This is intent. 1 minute he's arguing, the next he's down by the rocks. A voice yells, "Back off," he slipped. But zoom in, he didn't. He was pushed, crystal clear. Now the footage is out, and every single person from that lakeside showdown has gone silent. No interviews, no statements, just crickets. The internet's not buying it.
How does something like this happen so quickly?
Once you go under, it can happen within seconds. And as soon as you ingest water or you panic, that's when you sink.
TikTok detectives are wide awake, and the Reddit FBI is already breaking this video down frame by frame. And they spotted familiar faces. A woman in a pink top and hoop earrings seen on Malcolm-Jamal Warner's story days before. A man with braids and a red cap tagged in lake photos just hours before it all went down. These weren't strangers. They were people Malcolm knew. So why didn't a single one call for help? Why the hour-long delay before emergency services were called? And why spin the story like Malcolm simply tripped into the water? This footage screams otherwise. Now there's public demand to reopen the case as a criminal investigation. Sources say Malcolm had been getting threats, texts, voicemails, DMs. One read, "If you don't shut up, we'll handle it for you." His cousin told police he'd been paranoid, restless, constantly looking over his shoulder.
That day, the remote public beach had only a few dozen surfers, so volunteer lifeguards patrolled other locations.
Would it have been a different outcome if there had been a lifeguard on duty that day?
100%. Having the personnel is what's critical. This would have been avoided.
If you could send a message to his wife right now, what would you say to her?
I'm extremely sorry for her loss, our loss. I wish we would have been there.
Was that lakeside meetup really a casual hangout? Or a setup in disguise? Let's go deeper. Just before it all went down, Malcolm-Jamal Warner posted a cryptic story. Not everyone smiling in your circle is really with you. By the next morning, he was gone. Coincidence? Please. And the woman who slapped him in that clip? Insiders say they've been clashing over a deal gone bad. Money promised, money never delivered. She was furious. And some claim she came there to embarrass Malcolm in front of everyone. mission accomplished, and more. Now, the internet is calling for her to be questioned, along with every single person in that video. The crowd, the filmer, the man who yelled "back off," because if any of them helped lure Malcolm there under false pretenses, they're part of this.
So even before conception, we were very clear we were having a girl. And I knew that I needed a girl first to kind of ease me into it, because I have a pretty good idea of what kind of father I would be. So I needed a girl to kind of, slow me down and warm, and soften me up, if you will. So for me, raising my daughter, I came into fatherhood already with a certain maturity and certain understanding of male-female dynamics.
This wasn't just a tragedy, it was a setup in plain sight. Malcolm was inches from a career revival, days from signing a life-changing deal, a tour planned, momentum building, and then gone. Some dare to blame him, saying he was too loud or should have known better than to be near snakes. No, not this time. The receipts are here. Proof he didn't slip. Proof he was pushed. But the footage? Erased. Instagram deleted it, TikTok slapped warnings, YouTube wiped it clean. Only a few grainy re-uploads survive, throttled into silence. Who's scrubbing the internet and why? Then, a witness shouts on repeat. He didn't slip. He was pushed. Police call it an accident. Social media says otherwise, leaking shadowy clips that tell a far darker story.
My wife, through a mutual friend, I've never second-guessed it. We've been together almost 10 years, and we have never had a fight, an argument, a raised voice, or a harsh word said to me.
In 10 years?
I was like, if I'm going to have a kid, this is the person that I would want to have it with. I talk about them because there are obviously the hugest parts of my life, the best parts of my life, the best decisions.
Grainy clips shot behind a weathered seafood shack explode online. Malcolm-Jamal Warner locked in a tense clash with another man. There's shoving, raised voices, and Malcolm's last words. Don't bring her into this. The reply? You should have kept your mouth shut. A splash, a scream, silence. Viewers think the man is Tempest Bledsoe's ex, long at odds with Malcolm over money and betrayal. Theories swirl. Blackmail gone wrong, or a calculated takedown. At the funeral prep, Felicia Rashad allegedly blurted, "I warned him about her," now sounding less like grief, more like a clue. Malcolm's final project? Shelved. Contracts fading. Footage wiped. Whispers from insiders paint this not as a fight, but a setup. And the real architect may be hiding in plain sight. Sharp-eyed TikTok detectives spotted something chilling. At 1:14 in that leaked clip, a shadowy figure appears beside a boat. A woman with the same build, hairstyle, and jacket Tempest Bledsoe wore to the memorial. Why was she there? And why vanish seconds before Malcolm-Jamal Warner hit the water? Sources say Tempest left set early the night before, after a heated fight with the executive producer. Something about crossing the line and breaking a deal. To silence Malcolm? Or protect someone bigger? Hours before his death, Malcolm got a voicemail. They know what you did. Stay quiet, or this ends badly. Now, investigators are reviewing dockside footage and flying drones over the bay. Word is, a wallet and phone were found yards from where his body surfaced, like someone tossed the evidence into the tide. And remember that guy from the seafood shack? Yeah, he's gone, vanished. Quit his job, left his apartment, didn't even take his dog. His sister says he was terrified after what he witnessed, and he clearly told the wrong people. This isn't mystery anymore. It's a real-time Hollywood crime thriller. Tempest Bledsoe has lawyered up, canceled appearances, and dropped a stiff 2-line statement. I am devastated by Malcolm's passing. I have no further comment. No follow-up, no details, just silence. While a co-star lies dead and her name's in the footage. The Cosby Show crew, quiet. Raven Simone posted, "Not everything deserves justice. Some things deserve silence." Fans are treating this like a full-time job. YouTubers, Twitter threads, Reddit sleuths, all digging up hints. Malcolm once spoke of dark energies and truths too heavy to say. This wasn't a freak accident. It was the last act of a story Hollywood never wanted told. Was it jealousy? Revenge? A decades-old vendetta simmering since the Cosby Show days? Or did Malcolm stumble onto a truth so explosive it could torch reputations from coast to coast? Whatever the motive, one thing's certain. This ain't being filed under tragic accident anymore. It's an open investigation, a Hollywood scandal bubbling over, and a full-blown horror flick playing out in real time. And if what we've seen is only the opening act, honey, buckle up. The truth is about to go nuclear. So tell me in the comments, was Malcolm-Jamal Warner's death a calculated hit or a freak tragedy gone viral? And don't just lurk. Tap like, hit subscribe, smash that bell so you don't miss the next plot twist we drop. Because if you thought this was wild, wait till you see what we uncovered about that missing security footage. Click that next video. In Captured, secrets never stay buried. They crawl right back to the surface.